You were granted asylum here in the U.S. Are you grateful for that?
I feel more of like I'm kind of entitled to it. Like I can, so yeah. So yeah, I wouldn't say grateful. So I'm just like,
Really?
yeah, you guys should let me in here. So yeah. So
And do you think that we should allow illegal aliens to just come into our country?
yeah, yeah.
One of your biggest controversies was about the topic of
Oh
pedophilia.
yeah.
Pedophilia. You support that? You believe that's okay?
Oh yeah. I do think yeah,
You believe that
pedophilia,
older men and women should be able to have sex with young children?
sexual acts with young children. Yes,
You believe that older men and women should be able to have sex with young children?
there's nothing wrong with a sexual act with a child.
You support same-sex marriage and all that
Oh
stuff?
yeah,
then?
of course.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah, all the sexual taboos of now, like incest, bestiality, pedophilia. I support all of them. I don't think there's any problem with any
All of
so,
that.
yeah.
Welcome everyone, my old subscribers and my potential new subscribers. If you've not subscribed to the channel yet, please make sure you subscribe, like and share. It helps us grow the channel. In today's video, Jesse Lee will be interviewing a young guy named Amos Yee. He's a YouTuber, a Singaporean blogger. He actually gained asylum from Singapore and now in the United States. It's a wild one. This is a wild kid. Um, I don't know what to say right now, but I'll be chiming in from time to time during the video. And if you also have your opinions, please drop them in the comments. Let's get right straight into the video.
Teenage blogger and YouTuber from Singapore. So is your real name Amos, or did you get that name as a result of coming here?
Nah, it's always been Amos.
Oh,
it's
has?
yeah, it's Catholic name, so yeah,
Oh.
my family is Catholic, so yeah, they gave me that.
I thought Amos was a black name only.
No, I think it's one of the prophets in the Bible.
Oh, yeah,
There's
that's
the
right.
book of
There's
Amos,
one.
so yeah.
Okay. And so my show is called The Fallen State, Fallen, Fallen State.
Sure.
Do you believe that human beings are in a fallen state?
What do you mean by that?
They have fallen away from God.
I think, sure. I think they're becoming progressively more so, but if that's your definition of fallen state, then I would say that's a good thing, because I'm
A good thing that they
atheist,
fell
so-
away from God?
Yeah, so,
And why is it a good thing they fell away from God?
basically, yeah, I think religion is just a bunch of hogwash, belief in the sky wizard and like insane things, and I think that the virtue of logic and truth is important, and so anything that is opposes that, I think, shouldn't be advocated. So, and religion, I think, opposes much of that. So,
Have you always been an atheist?
no, only recently, about 2 years ago.
And you were a Christian prior to that?
I was a Catholic.
A Catholic. And what caused you to become an atheist 2 years ago?
Mostly propaganda from the Amazing Atheist. You know about him?
No.
Yeah, like a famous atheist YouTuber on YouTube, who I dramatically called you like the worst person ever in one of his videos. So
He called you?
called you.
Oh, he called
Yeah,
me?
yeah. When I was like searching, like who's this guy who wants to interview me? So pretty funny.
What's his name again?
The Amazing Atheist.
And he called me the worst person?
Yeah, yeah. I think he was like debunking one of your Christian lectures. I think. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's amazing. And so you mentioned logic and truth. If you don't believe in God, where do you get your logic and truth from?
Where do we get the logic?
Where do you
and
get
truth?
yours from?
Basically what I consider, scientific evidence, anything that I think makes more sense in, trying to find the truth, which
Right.
is, I think, like observable evidence and science.
And where do
logical
you
stuff.
get your values from if you don't believe in God?
That's a tough question, but I think that philosophy is simply just like a bunch of guesses until, we eventually, science solves all the answers and we find what is objective morality. And so I think right now we just guess. We're just making guesses on, what is right, I think.
This right here is a problem. Parents, If you're a parent and you're listening to this, please pay close attention to your words. Pay close attention to your kids. It's very important that you monitor them. It's very important that you monitor them closely and talk to them, advise them every time. Don't just provide everything for them and you think give them the internet, give them the tabs and the computer and go away, send them to school, then go to work in the morning and come back in the late in the night and you think you're taking care of your child and your child is going to be remain the way you left that child. No, they have a lot of influences. Like he got influenced by someone on the internet, an atheist, and that's why he's an atheist. It's simple, garbage in, garbage out. So parents should be careful what the kids watch, guide them. They're still very impressionable. They're still little. They're looking to learn. And you see, if you don't teach them the right things, they'll learn the wrong things. Someone will teach them something. They're always looking to learn. The kids are beautiful children, are blessings from God, but you need to guide them. They need guidance. They need it. They need it. No matter how stubborn they say they might claim to be, they need guidance. I just thought I should put that in there. Let's continue with the video.
Criticize religion over in Singapore. What did you say about religion that they didn't like?
Well, many flamboyant things, I think. Like, I tore the pages of the Christian Bible. I humped the Quran. I basically
You did what?
humped the Quran.
You humped the Quran?
Yeah, in
You
a
mean
little.
like you humped it?
Yeah, in like a funny way. Yeah, making fun of like the flying horse Allah. So yeah.
And what else?
And and basically just made points of why the stuff in the Bible and the Quran are ridiculous. So yeah.
So over there, you're not allowed to criticize the government or religion?
Yeah, you basically get sent to jail for it. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. If you're a big enough of a threat for them to,
And so you became big enough of a threat?
Yeah, because the videos were very popular. Much due to, I guess, like my very mass appeal, flamboyant, fun delivery, I guess. It's
Right.
very internet friendly, so yeah.
Every time I read the Quran, the words just resonates with me, If only the world listened to Allah's teachings more, it would be a much better place. I can't believe some people misinterpret it and even say that Muhammad, trying to feel less guilty for his immoral acts, made all of this shit up, said that it was the words of Allah so as to validate his disgusting behavior. No, it can't be. Muhammad doesn't lie. Allah is real. My sky wizard is real. Look at me as I read the Quran. Look at me as I read the Quran. I'm so sorry you had to see that. My love for the Quran and Allah is just a little huge. Got a little bit of sexual there.
What made you decide to go down this road? Over there, how old were you when you started criticizing religion and the government in Singapore?
16.
You were 16. And so what made you decide to start doing that?
Basically, as I said, like the Amazing Atheist, this guy, he's a huge influence to me, and so he always advocates the importance of spreading the truth and spreading this truth, regardless of pushback.
Right.
And so, yeah, that virtue I uphold, and when you uphold that kind of virtue in Singapore, you get arrested. So.
Were you raised by your father and mother? Were you living with them growing up, your parents?
Yeah, sure.
And they're Catholics?
Yeah.
And so what do they think about this sudden change in you?
They were pretty horrified. I think my mom once said that she wanted to like disown me because it was that important to her. Yeah. But I think after we got over it, and right now, ironically, I think she kind of supports me now, so that's good.
And how about your
Good
father?
trends. My dad, I think he still disagrees with what I'm doing, but I think he's become like nonchalant about it right now, so.
You have brothers and sisters?
No, single child, so.
Really?
Yeah, which is why, yeah.
Wow, so their only child went off the deep end.
Yeah, I guess you could say that, sure.
Did they spoil you?
Did they spoil me? Well, what do you mean by that?
You know, like when you're growing up, only child, they gave you everything you wanted. You didn't have to work.
I think, sure. I led a kind of spoiled middle to upper class lifestyle, sure.
Are you rebelling against them?
Am I rebelling against them? I think naturally I am rebellious, especially living in that kind of authoritarian environment where they, so I think, yeah, especially during my age, I'm rebellious towards them and all kinds of authority. I think I see an appeal in being rebellious.
And you were granted asylum here in the U.S. Are you grateful for that?
Am I grateful for that? I feel more of like I'm kind of entitled to it. Like I can, so yeah. So yeah, I wouldn't say grateful. So I'm just like,
Really?
yeah, you guys should let me in here. So yeah, so
So you feel entitled to asylum here in this country. Why?
I'm pretty much like a pro-immigrant, open border kind of person.
Right.
So
So why
yeah.
should we let you in though?
Why?
Why are you feel entitled to come here?
Oh,
That we should allow you to just come here?
well, I'm kind of like far left socialist, and so the philosophy of that is just help the people who are in need. So I think, and and I fit the criteria for asylum here.
And so you're not grateful because you feel entitled.
You could. I'm happy that you guys let me in here. So
Right.
grateful. Maybe you could use that word. Sure.
This is mind blowing. Do you think that we should allow illegal aliens to just come into our country?
Yeah. yeah. No, that's the very bad thing. They say that you let people from more dangerous countries come in, it increases the crime rate, and that's the thing. Like what 0.1% of the people who come in are actually a threat, and they increase the crime rate. But 99.9% of the people, the illegal people who come in, they benefit the economy. They lead a much more better life than they did in other countries. So I think there's a far bigger net benefit to letting these immigrants in.
But they don't enhance the country. They come in and they drain the system. They rely on the government for free housing, free food, free education, free everything. So you have illegals coming into your country and you don't know who they are. You have criminals and drug dealers and drugs and all kinds of MS-13 gang members coming in. Why should we allow that into our country?
The bad people who don't contribute, who rape and do crimes or whatever, is a very small percentage.
How do you know that?
How do I know that?
Yes.
Stats and like general common sense, I think. What are you saying that majority of the illegal people who come in are dangerous,
Yes.
bad people?
Absolutely.
I don't think that's true.
No, it's absolutely true. So what do you call yourself? Are you political? What do you call yourself?
Anarcho-communist.
What?
Anarcho-communist.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, you're serious about it, huh?
Yeah. So you're a top right in the political compass, like I'm like bottom left. So I'm even way left of Bernie. So I follow like the political ideology of Noam Chomsky, if you're familiar
Yeah.
with him. Yeah. Anarcho-communist.
So is this because you're so young and young people don't have any sense?
I don't think it's because I'm young. Though I will agree that.
Well, not all young people.
Sure.
Conservative young people are very smart. But I noticed that, I noticed that liberal young people are very dumb.
Doesn't like a study show that like people who are more left wing tend to be more educated? I think.
No, I mean, yes, they are educated, but they're dumb. They have no values. They don't understand truth.
I think.
They're of their father, the lie, the liar. They're just no good, crappy people.
I disagree with you on that.
Why?
I don't think that has any basis in reality. As you,
So why do you hate authority so much? Were your parents very authoritarian with you?
you could say that, sure.
In what way?
In the way that I think they wanted to control my actions and how I was as a kid.
Oh. And give me an example how you were and they tried to control it.
Well, up till I was 16, when I decided to discontinue school, it was all what the ideal child is in Singapore is to just study hard and get good grades in subjects like math and science or whatever. There was no diversity of thought. You don't celebrate people who, want to rebel against the government and whatever.
The next thing you should also acknowledge is not that the world and life is unfair and it's not giving you a proper avenue for you to foster your talents. It's just that you suck at it. You say, oh, it's Singapore, oh, it's the world, oh, it's my family. They blame external circumstances instead of themselves because they can't reach their fullest potential. Believe me, it is not the world or the society that is making you not reach your ambitions in life. It is yourself, your lack of logic, ambition, and daring that reduces you, despite of your great intelligence and skills, to part of a proletariat sucking the oblong dick of the government.
So let me ask, since being in the U.S., one of your biggest controversies was about the topic of pedophilia.
Oh, yeah.
Pedophilia. You support that? You believe that's okay?
Oh, yeah. I do think, yeah.
You believe that
Pedophilia.
older men and women should be able to have sex with young children?
Sexual acts with young children, yes.
You believe that older men and women should be able to have sex with young children?
I can officially say this guy is gone. He needs prayers. He needs deliverance. We need to pray for this guy. We need to pray for him. God, please help this young man. He's gone. His brain is gone. Must he go against every grain, go against everything that is normal? I think that's what he's just rebelling against everything. There's more to this video. When you watch until the very end, you understand where this guy is coming from. There's something really wrong with him. Let's continue with the video.
I'm sorry?
Sexual acts, not like sexual penetration with like really young children, because
Right.
like if you penetrate something in them, you could probably hurt them. So maybe wait until like the age 12, then penetrate. But in terms of like sexual acts, older people making out with young children, I think that's fine. I think that's
And how young?
how as young as they can. I mean, we can hug a baby, making out with them. I think should be fine.
Have you ever done that?
Nah,
You never made out with a child?
I'm not sexually attracted to a child.
Oh, but
Yeah.
why do you think it's okay to do it then?
I just think that because it's completely harmless, there's nothing wrong with a sexual act with a child that doesn't it actually benefits both parties. I mean, there's obviously psychological evidence that shows that sexual acts with people is good, and so I think that it's an ideal to introduce sexual acts to people as young as possible.
Really?
Yeah.
And how did you come up with that? What made you think that that was okay?
What?
Did someone have sex with you when you were a young child?
Nah. Anyways, in terms of obviously I'm against rape, so.
But if an older person should have sex with a young child, that is rape.
Oh,
Because
yeah,
a child can't give consent.
Yeah, I completely disagree with that because, you see, when you go up and hug somebody, if they don't consent to it, you'd say that he's invading his personal privacy. Yet, if you go up and hug a child, he might not completely be informed of what a hug is, but you'd say that, he can consent to that hug because it's a harmless act.
So are you saying that to hug someone is the same as having sex with them?
I'm saying that it's a harmless act. I mean,
Right.
obviously there are different actions,
Right.
but in terms of the acts, they're both harmless, and so I think that if they engage with it with a child, I think it should be perfectly fine.
And so how old of a woman would you have sex with? 80, 90, 100?
How old?
Yeah.
Me?
Uh-huh.
How old? Oh, I'm
So you're 19, right? Would you have sex with any woman? It doesn't matter how old she is?
Oh, yeah, sure. Like the oldest I've sexually attracted to is like a 50-year-old. But yeah, if I yeah. There's no problem with that. I don't see anything wrong with that.
What
So-
was attracted to you with a 50-year-old? What did you see about her that was attractive?
She was nice, beautiful, creative. Like followed my values. She was a scummy socialist too. So
Oh, sure. Oh, I see.
yeah, but
And
yeah.
so, Do you support same-sex marriage and all that stuff?
Oh yeah, of course, of course.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course, of course.
Yeah, all the sexual taboos of now, like incest, bestiality, pedophilia. I support all of them. I don't think there's any problem with any
All of that.
Yeah.
Do you believe there's a hell?
No, no, I don't. Yeah.
So let me ask, you made a video called Pedophilia is All Right. You then made 2 more videos defending pedophilia, and you took part in lots of debate about
yeah,
the
yeah.
topic. Were you surprised by that? That they would invite you to debate this issue?
Was I surprised? No, I think they'd be heated up with the topic. So yeah, I was not surprised that they engaged in debates.
Who did you
Those were-
debate?
Who did I
Do
debate?
you remember their names, their organizations?
Oh, they were mostly like right-wing YouTubers.
Oh, I see.
Blair White, Andy Worski, you know, like
Oh, those
popular people on the internet.
And how
who
was
are
that
right-wing.
for you debating them?
It was fun.
Did you win?
Did I win? Maybe in terms of style, I won. Sure. Yeah. I think I'd say I won. It's ridiculous.
And so why are you so into defending pedophilia? Why do you defend that so much?
Because I think because people who have completely consensual, harmless sexual acts with a child is feeling guilty about it, and they are going to prison for like 10 to 15 years. So, and there's a huge portion of the population that is that are pedophiles. I think the number is saying that it's higher than gays, and so it is a huge problem. I do think that right now we're like we pushed rights for gays and transgender people. Pedophiles, they're the next people who are going to fight for their rights for. So
I
get
believe
psyched.
that.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, you say you believe in people having sex with animals too. They should be able to do it
Oh,
if
yeah,
they
yeah.
want to. But an animal can't give consent at all.
Oh, I think they can, especially right now. Yeah, I think that if we communicate well enough with an animal, like you know how we train them to give tricks, I think we can perfectly communicate with an animal, and we can identify consent with them and engage in sexual acts with them.
Have you ever communicated with an animal?
Nah, I'm pretty much I don't think I like animals or kids much, ironically.
You don't like animals or kids?
Yeah, I prefer regular human beings, but yeah.
And so a kid is not a regular human being?
No, what I mean by regular human beings is people more of my age who
I
I can
see.
talk and share emotions with. Kids and animals a bit hard. But you know, open relationships.
Do
Yeah.
I know what it is?
Yeah.
Meaning that if you're in a relationship, you should be able to be in it with anybody that you want.
Yeah, with as many partners as you want.
As you want.
Yeah.
Really? You're
And
into
yeah,
that?
Controversial. Yeah, I'm pro open relationship.
Really?
yeah.
So do you ever plan to be married, have a family, create a family?
Oh, I think that's another thing I'll promote, I guess. I think the whole concept of marriage is completely ridiculous, so it's basically a license to like enslave your partner, so I'm completely against the concept of marriage.
How about having children? You would like to have children one day?
I think children is fine.
Do you want some? But you don't like children.
I probably adopt. I think I'm saying right now, I'm not into the whole children thing.
Oh, I see.
Though I think maybe I'll grow to like them, I guess.
Amazing. Do you believe America is the greatest country in the world?
Oh, hell no. Hell no. Scandinavian countries that are more bottom left, far left are much better, so.
Really?
Yeah.
So why do you go to one of those countries then, instead of coming here?
Because it's more, I think I vibe with the culture here much more.
Oh.
And yeah.
But if you're a liberal and a socialist, a communist, and they're like that, I would think that you would vibe more with them because there are fewer of them here than there are there in those countries.
Yeah, how do I put it? I think America is, I've been more assimilated with the culture in America, and so I think that, like, and also the fact that if I talk about American politics as opposed to Norwegian politics or whatever, although they're more far left, I think I create a far bigger influence. And so since I think I'm more about the influence, and so that's why I come to America.
Really? One last question. What is a man?
What is a man?
Besides the body parts, what is a man?
You really love asking these weird moral questions, huh? I'll think about it. I'll think about
You've
that.
not thought about that before?
No, not in that way, I guess. But
Okay. You love your parents?
dad, not quite. Mom, I think I'm warming up to her.
But not dad.
Maybe I could develop a better relationship. Now I'm like, he's a 5 out of 10.
So why don't you love your father?
Why don't I think we disagree on a lot of values. Yeah, he's more suck up to the authorities. I'm more of rebel against them if they're wrong.
Is he weak?
Is he weak? Is he weak? I could, yeah, maybe his values could make him weak. Sure, I think yeah, he should be more rebellious like me. So
My final question.
yeah,
Did you have fun
did I have fun?
right now?
Oh, with this interview? Yeah, sure. Yeah, you're nice. Yeah.
Well, thank you for coming.
All right, there was a lot to unpack in this video. I really felt awfully sick watching this video. I almost puked. This young man is depraved, and you can see that in what a lot of the things that he said. How can a young man like this think it's okay for an older person to have sex with little children? That's depraved for me. How can a young man like this believe that it's okay for anyone to have sex with animals? That is another level of depravity. Now, what hurt me the most was when he was asked if he loved his parents, and what he said was very disheartening. His parents are taking care of him for a long time till he got to 16 to 17, and now he's on his own. And he was asked that question, and he said what he said. I'm sure if his parents heard what he just said now, they'll be very, very sad. That's very sad. Very, very sad. I don't know what you think. Tell me your opinions in the comment section. Drop your opinions there. And if you've not subscribed to the channel yet, please make sure you subscribe and like and share. It helps with the channel. And I'll see you in the next one. God bless.